31 травня 2016 року в місті Клуж-Напока в рамках міжнародного кінофестивалю Transilvania TIFF відбувся показ фільму «Тіні забутих предків». Український художній фільм режисера Сергія Параджанова в живому музичному супроводі американського гурту Hacksaw. Джеремі Барнс та Heather Trost, члени гурту, розкажуть більше про їхню музичну композицію та любов до цього фільму.
The mid and late 90s, I was a musician living in Chicago, and I played the drums in rock bands. And I was searching for new music. I was sort of at an end with rock and roll, and I was looking at jazz and different things. And at the time, I lived in a neighborhood of Chicago called the Ukrainian Village. And my landlord was from Poland. My neighbors were from Serbia and the Ukraine and Romania. And I could smell their cooking. I could hear their languages in the hallway. And I started to sort of wonder about this part of the world. And I went to a thrift store, a secondhand goods store in Chicago. And I bought some vinyl of Romanian and Ukrainian music. And when I put the records on the machine, that's when I really fell in love with Eastern European music.
We just started watching the film and coming up with ideas like, oh, this song could sound really nice here, and we're respectful of the existing soundtrack, so instead of it being completely silent, we use aspects of the existing music because there's a lot of really nice folk melodies in his film.
One thing I love about Paradjanov, and especially this film, is the way he uses effects in it's a surrealist method that it's kind of psychedelic to me. It seems it's way ahead of its time. He's using all these crazy effects that were like, no one in England or America was doing this at that time. That's something that I love about the way he takes folk culture, and there's these modern twists in it that he uses, modernity. He uses what he could at the time to kind of innovate on the narrative of the folk tale. And he uses like the beauty of the villages and the costumes and everything, but then there's also this other side of it, this magical element that he's creating out of these tricks, and we kind of like to do that in our music. We don't just play, it's not my goal to just play straight folk music. I like to try and bring in weird, surreal things,
I feel like the themes in the Shadows film are universal. So paganism, magic, love.
For us, what we're doing here is kind of like a love letter to the region, not just the Ukraine or the Hutsul, but the region, this rich, culturally amazing region of the world is kind of like, we're taking some melodies from parts of Hungary or even parts of Transylvania and using them. So it's not exactly Ukrainian. But to us, we kind of have this like bird's eye view of the whole region, and we can look at it and we're just kind of in love with it. So.